Hi guys, this is our first math chat video. I'm going to start off by saying before you participate in our math chat videos or our interactive read aloud videos and activities, please make sure you guys are doing me a favor and you are getting your missing work done first with Miss Smith. Book reports, math, anything that you have missing that needs to be turned in, get that turned in first. I'm not taking these videos down. These will be up here, so when you're done with your missing work, you can totally participate with us. But for the time being, maybe Duncan's sleeping. I see him, he's sleeping. For the time being, please do me a favor and get your missing work done first, and then you can jump in with us. So we're in an interesting spot for math right now because you just finished up your Module 4 math test with Miss Smith, and when we come back, we're going to be able to start on our Module 5 content. Module 5 is about area and volume, and I know you've already learned about area in 4th grade. In 5th grade, we're going to be learning about volume, and the two concepts are connected. You have to understand area in order to understand volume. So I'm going to be taking this opportunity over the next couple weeks to be introducing area and volume to you guys. And some days I'll be having you post videos, some days I'll be having you post answers to questions, some days I'll be having you find things around your house that are connected to area and volume. But this is an opportunity for us to kind of get started on these concepts so we're not wasting a lot of school time over the next few weeks. Okay, I'm going to start off with the review on area. And I have a little math note here. They're not the fancy math notes I usually make, but they'll do. I have a little math note that I created that says area equals length times width. And I drew a little rectangle there because I know that you guys have learned about this in 4th grade. Now, what does area mean? Okay, area I like to think of as like the carpet or the base spot on a floor. If you think of a bedroom, how much carpet do you need to lay out on the bottom of the floor in the bedroom? So let's say there's a room this is not really a real room, but it's just an example, that's 6 inches by 4 inches, okay? So it is 6 inches wide, and it is 4 inches long. So we have length and width. In order to find out how much carpet we need to fill in the space inside the square, and I'll go ahead and kind of shade that in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. In order to find out how much carpet is needed to fill in that square, we need to multiply these two numbers, the length and the width. So length times width, we need to multiply 6 and 4. So what is 6 and 4? Well, 6 times 4 is 24. So that means the area of that room is 24 inches squared. And when I say squared, I'm referring to how I did inches with that little 2 on the top there. Now, a way that I have students remember that is when it's inches squared, we always have that unit, in this case it's inches, and we square it a little 2, that little exponent, because we're multiplying two different things. Okay, when we're working with area, your answer will only be correct if you write down the unit we're working with, in this case it's inches, 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 and we're squaring it because we're multiplying two things. Okay, now that is a review from 4th grade. But now if we take that information and we want to find the volume, I like to think of volume as like a swimming pool, okay? If you have a room or a swimming pool, an empty swimming pool, the volume is how much water do you need to have to fill that whole swimming pool up, okay? So I have an example for you. It's kind of babyish. Don't get a little upset with me, but it's what I found in my house. It seemed to work out well, okay? So I have a baby toy right here, okay? See how I have this perfect square, the outside blue part, okay? Think of that as like your swimming pool. And think of the inside as how much water I need to fill this whole cube up with. That is volume. And now if you see I have this, he's getting upset that I'm using his toys for school. Sorry, honey. If you notice I have another little square inside of here. It's a little mirror, rattle, baby toy thing. But if I wanted to find out the volume, I would need to figure out how many of these squares can fit into this big square. And that would be volume, okay? Or how much water would be needed to fill up that square. But I can't access this right now. It's kind of stuck in the middle of this toy. And it's kind of hard to get more of these things because I don't even know where I got this toy from. So there's a formula that I can use to figure out how many of these I could fit into here without taking this apart, without figuring out putting multiple one of these little black and white cubes, rattle cubes in here. To find that out, I have a formula and it's called length times, it's not called, it is length times width times height. So to find the volume of this cube, okay, I have my length, which is 6, my width, which is 4, and my height, which is 2. So volume, I need to multiply all 3 of those numbers, okay? And I know that 6, oh, baby Duncan's waking up. Say hi. Say hi. I don't need to multiply all 3 of those numbers. So if I'm multiplying 6 times 4, I'm going to get 24, okay? And then if I multiply 24 by 2, because I'd have to do 6 times 4 times 2, if I multiplied all those numbers out, I'm going to get 48, okay? So I'm going to put down the volume. Oh, hi, baby Duncan. Hi. I'm going to put down 48 inches cubed. And by cubed, I'm referring to that 3 exponent that we learned about in the beginning of the year, Module 1, okay? And with volume, you're always going to have your unit, so inches, feet, yards, it's always going to be cubed. And a good way I use, or a good trick I use to remember that is I multiplied to get this volume. I multiplied 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have my answer cubed at the top, okay? So to find the area, you multiply the length and the width. To find the volume, you multiply length, width, and height. Area is one side of the surface of a rectangle or any shape we're talking about, okay? Volume is the space inside of the whole shape, okay? So I think of a area as how much carpet to carpet a bedroom, volume, how much water we need to fill up a swimming pool. 2 different concepts. They're both connected. They're both different ways to find the answers, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to have you guys do for me. Hi. He's getting a little fussy. I have an example problem that I want you guys to solve for me, and you're going to comment. You're going to comment on this post what your answer is. That's how I'll know you guys are paying attention and following along. So here's the problem. I have a cube. I have a cube that is 2 inches by 7 inches by 3 inches, okay? It is 2 inches long. It is 7 inches wide and 3 inches height, okay? If I want to find the volume of that cube, what do I need to do with those 3 numbers, okay? Go ahead and write down your answer, or solve it out. Type your answer in on the comments of this post. Share it. Tell me any questions you had while solving this, and then we'll jump back on tomorrow to do some more volume and area questions. Sorry, guys, that this isn't as more exciting. I'm trying to think of and ponder different ways to get you guys engaged in this so that you're more excited to learn about it from home. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me or comment on this post, and I will promise I will get back to you. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you later.